You won't believe your eyes what NASA found on Mars. Since many years ago, NASA has been studying Mars from the skies, and with the help of its Mars rovers, also on the planet's surface. While they're learning a great deal about the red planet, they're also discovering some very intriguing things. An alien bot, metallic debris, a flying UFO, a mysterious entryway, alien arms, bizarre engravings, and what appears to be a genuine alien have all recently been seen in photographs that have been made public. Then what is actually happening on Mars? Let's have a look at some of the things NASA discovered on Mars that you won't believe your eyes. A weird incident happened around Mars on May 24, 2001, which was 25 years ago. The murky image of a human face was observed by NASA's Viking 1 spacecraft as it was circling the globe and taking pictures of potential landing locations for Viking 2, its sister ship. From a region of the red planet named Cydonia, a gigantic head over 2 kilometers long and wide appeared to be peering back at the cameras. The mission controllers at the Jet Propulsion Lab had to have been somewhat taken aback when the visage suddenly appeared on their monitors. It lasted only a moment though. Scientists assume it was just another Martian mesa, which are rather abundant around Cydonia. However, this one had peculiar shadows that made it appear to be an Egyptian pharaoh. A few days later, NASA made the photograph public. A large rock formation that resembles a human head was described in the caption as being made by shadows that gave the appearance of eyes, a nose, and a mouth. It would be a fantastic approach to involve the public and draw attention to Mars, the author thought. Sure enough, it did. Since then, the face of Mars has gained popularity. It has been in a Hollywood movie, novels, periodicals, radio discussion shows, and has spent even 25 years haunting grocery stores' checkout lines. Some people believe that the face is verifiable proof that there is life on Mars, something that, according to conspiracy theories, NASA would prefer to conceal. Defenders of the NASA budget meanwhile wish there was a prehistoric society on Mars. The public latched on the notion that the face did not develop naturally, despite NASA experts swiftly concluding that it was generated by shadow and light effects. Some individuals think the face is of the last alien civilization, which implies that nearby rocky outcrops could represent the ruins of an alien city. The face has been referred to as evidence of life on Mars at some point in the planet's history in a number of popular culture references since 1976. The real origin of the Martian debris has been the subject of discussion in literature, motion pictures, and television. You've probably read about the alleged Martian woman who has captured on Mars by NASA rovers. Well, that's really absurd, and I've been over here rolling my eyes so hard that they could pop out. However, are you aware of the floating spoon? It's fascinating! The image, which was captured by the Curiosity rover on August 30th, depicts what appears to be a very delicate geological formation that resembles a spoon floating in midair and is completely surrounded by a narrow shadow cast on the red ground below. A user on the Planetary Society's unmanned spaceflight message board noticed the peculiar trait. Yes, it is strange that it resembles a spoon. However, if you squint, a lot of things in nature resemble artificial ones. This fake spoon's tenuous connection to the ground is what truly amazes me about it. It's difficult to envisage a similar feature occurring on Earth because something would almost certainly cause the spoon's top-heavy bowl and short handle to collapse. Pareidolia is the phenomenon of seeing patterns and shapes that aren't actually there, and those enigmatic patterns and shapes are only optical illusions that deceive the human eye and brain. And so is the case with these illusions on Mars. Another such occurrence recently caused enthusiasts to take to social media with pictures of what looked to be a doorway into a Martian hillside. Was it proof that aliens might be living on the red planet now or in the past? On May 7th, NASA's Curiosity rover captured an image of the door on the slopes of Mount Sharp, the main massive inside Gale crater, where it had landed in 2012. It is just approximately 1 foot tall, despite being described as pharaonic tomb door on one website due to its likeliness to other ancient Egyptian artifacts. On the panoramic image mosaic of the hillside above, it is difficult to see, but if you look at the specific frame where it appears, as seen below, it immediately stands out. If you don't realize how tiny it is, it does appear to be a doorway. Additionally, if you increase the contrast in the image's dark areas, you can almost make out a solid rock face behind the interior's shadows. As a result, it is only a little opening into Mars' hollow hills. But what exactly is the door? No one with even a passing understanding of geology is likely to mistake the feature for a door. A geologist would quickly assume that they were gazing at the eroded remnants of hardened sand dunes upon observing the thin and gently sloping repetitive layers of sandstone that make up the entire rock face. The stream and lake sediments that Curiosity previously explored during its slow ascent up through the layers of sedimentary rock that make up Mount Sharp were originally covered by these. The steep, relatively straight cracks going up the rock face would also be visible to a geologist, who would identify these as joints. These are the kind of cracks that usually become visible when erosion removes the weight of underlying rock layers. A number of joints may be seen, including the one that creates the smooth wall that aligns with the left side of the door image, but one is particularly visible in the left of the door image. The right side of the feature is formed by another joint. Backwash erosion has removed the entire hillside. The doorway is really just an area bordered by the joints on either side, where the wind has been able to scour out the poorly cemented sand and dust from the rock face a little more efficiently. The sloping top of a bed of sandstone creates the gentle ramp that leads up to the entrance, and the base of an underlying bed of sandstone serves as the door lintel. One of the most important questions for civilization is if there is life outside of Earth, because it is the planet closest to Earth in the solar system. Mars is a great spot to look into these issues. There is evidence that Mars had a thicker atmosphere, more water, and a warmer climate when it was previously habitable. Astronomers were already looking into the red planet in the 19th century, and they saw rivers and even man-made channels and brief, unmistakable indications of extraterrestrial life. However, it was later determined that the Martian reservoirs were traces of powerful earthquakes, mountain ranges, or trivial consequences of distorted telescope lenses that were of poor quality. The Martian canals were later referred to as a disgrace to astronomy. The Mars Reconnaissance Orbiter, however, captured a photo of this little tadpole in its natural environment in 2017. Because of all these strange shapes present on the planet's surface, we can be certain that the 19th century researchers were correct because Mars did once have water. Although its head is an ordinary impact crater, the tail is much more interesting. Scientists discovered that it is a riverbed and river flowed through the crater after the impact. Rivers may now easily be seen in other images as well, where they were previously hidden. Mars rover Opportunity discovered something resembling pool balls in 2004. NASA researchers stoked the fire by carelessly referring to them as blueberries, which inspired believers to express their support for the existence of life on Mars with even greater zeal. Some people believe that these and other images depict regional varieties of mushrooms. After some time, experts discovered that the bowls mimic hematite crystals, and that only flowing water can give them that shape, proving that there was in fact a river there. This notion was once again scorned. Furthermore, given the age of Mars and the fact that it was once in that region, there is a chance that Martian bacterium spores are present someplace near those blueberries. In 2012, the Curiosity rover photographed a metallic object that was barely visible and appeared to be in the remains of an old metal tool from Mars. For a brief while, doubters didn't believe it, but later it was revealed that the object in the photograph was actually simply a fragment of the rover. Finally, a NASA rover named Perseverance recently captured a photo of a dazzling new object that wasn't machine trash, but rather a lump of rare earth metal. Does this suggest that we will soon uncover iron ore mining equipment nearby as well as some other devices that Martians use to process the minerals? How do you feel? Numerous indications of life have been found on Mars, but as of right now, all of them have been ruled out as hoaxes. We will soon travel to Mars thanks to SpaceX's plans. But what if someone is waiting for us there?